everyone, my name is Venom and I'm here to do a little walkthrough for Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin. And this is kind of made for noobs because I admit I am still quite the noob. But when I went through this the first time, I was just like, man, it would have been just absolutely awesome if I had a little, like, not a full walkthrough through everything, but you know, a decent one so that I can get a lot of the good treasures. So we're just gonna skip through some of this stuff here. I apologize if you guys can't hear the sound because this is my first time ever figuring out how to use EasyVid, and apparently it doesn't like game audio. So you're just gonna have to deal with me. Yay! So here we go. Look at how pretty it is up there with this grass. It's very pretty. And if we walk over here, there's some skeletons. It's very intimidating. And I always hear these things crawling. I don't exactly know what these things are. I almost never see them. What are you? Sir? Sir, what are you? Can I hit you? I just want a hug with my fists. But yeah, we're not dealing with them. So the first little treasure that I think it's important for all little noobs should know is that there's something over there. Well, how are you gonna get over there, you ask? Well, I'll show you in a little bit. But first, just for orientation, you come through this crag here, you're like, oh, I should probably go over there. There's gonna be this little bush here, and you're gonna walk through the bush. It's a pretty bush. And, oh no, what are these tracks? Oh, I'm just gonna follow them and I'll show you. There's a troll in the dungeon! Hello, sir. Do you have some time to talk about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ? Come on over here. Yeah, alright. Oh shit, okay. Now we're gonna go over here and grab this, hopefully, before I die. He's gonna try to follow me, but he can't get through this little hole. And we're on the other side, and he can't do anything, so he goes back to, I don't know, moisture farming or something. So now we're on the other side of this here bridge. We're just gonna, oh look, more bushes. What's over here? Careful not to fall. I've done that before. It's that treasure from the place over there that I showed you guys. It's pretty nifty. And we're gonna go over here. There's nothing over there. I've already looked. Oh, there's a door. We should open it. Yeah, I don't care. Y'all can see it when you go through it, but it's your standard come up with a name type creature. So, what name do we want to go with today? Let's try my name. It's not letting me. Okay, how about this one always works? Bunt cake. Nah. There is a little bit of an issue with bunt cake. Okay, let's see. What do I have around here that I can name this little character? Gift card. Oh, I can be gift card apparently. We are now gift card. So, at least you already know your own name. Yeah, but what do you look like? So we're gonna keep it pretty simple, and we're gonna start off with one of my favorite noob builds. And this is really silly, but I'll go over it why I like it in just a second. I'm a girl, so I'm gonna pick a girl, and kinda want that. Oh yeah. Actually, no, let's stray away from Amazonian. I always change the color. I may not change the actual face. It's, yeah, let's do that. No, I don't really care about that. What I do care about is the actual hair colors and stuff like that. Hair, let's make it gift card. What looks gift cardy? Yeah, let's go with the Skrillex cut. Homeland, we're gonna be... Actually, no, let's do that. That's really pretty. And I always make the eye color neon green. My tattoo, I know this is the boring part. I'm sorry, guys. Gift card, gift card. What do you want to be? We're gonna give you this, and we're gonna change the color to be a nice... Ooh, lavender is pretty. Now let's do this one, because I like green. Opacity, we're gonna make it really freaking light though. I apologize a little bit for the cursing, but this is pretty intense, you know. I get surprised easy. So let me go over exactly why I choose what I do. So I chose a cleric, and the basic reasoning is that they start off with an absurd amount of strength for a priest. Like, if you consider this guy, he's just like, ah, holiness, all the time. So you're like, oh, this guy's gonna be a pushover. But nah, he can wield a hammer pretty tough. The only downside is he's got some really low dex, and the int's not that big of a deal. But that faith is really what I want, because the way I play him is I'm not very good at this game. I know, stereotypes, but I have beaten it before, so that tells you I'm not horror bad. The only two bosses I haven't killed are the twin tigers and the blue smelter demon. But anyways, more on that later when we get there, if we get there. The cleric also has a singular heal, and I really like the heal because I run through it so fast in the beginning. Now, the gift. The gift I think is very important because you can choose nothing, which is a waste. You can choose the life ring, which is decent, but you get one pretty early on. Human effigy you get immediately, and you don't really need it until a little bit on. Healing wares, there's just some healing stuff. You get these things like candy, honestly. Homeward Bone, also like candy. Seed of a Tree of Giants, this could actually help later in the game because it makes it a little bit easier on you. But if you just go through the whole thing and you're good at dodging, you really don't need it. Bonfire Aesthetic are for those people that are just like, let's do New Game Plus without actually beating the game yet so I can get that fat loot so I can just cheese the whole rest of the game. Or because they're insane and want to make things harder, just because. There are people like that. Now, I always choose Petrified Something because I'm a little bit of a gambler. And there are two ravens, or crows, whatever. I think they're a little big, so I think they would be ravens. But, what are their names? Tilla and Dino, I think? Dinah and Tillo. Yeah, that's it. So you can give your little Petrified Something to them, and they can give you some really nice stuff early on. So it's definitely worth grabbing. So yeah, this is my true self. My Skrillex-headed gift card true self. Yeah, I don't care. Like I said, you guys can go... What are you doing, dear lord? Okay, there we go. What are you trying to attack? What? Why are you? Okay, so the first little treasure is nobody thinks to go up these stairs. They're like, oh, what's this? Da-na-na-na. Pick up item. It's the human effigy. Remember that thing that you could have gotten that I said you get them really early on, you don't need them? Yep, there you go. So this is the other that you can come out of. It's much different than the exit we originally came in, which is... Move, ladies. Please don't kill these people. Whatever you freaking do, don't kill these women. You might want them later. Anyways, if I open up this one, look familiar? We were just here. So we're gonna just continue the correct way. Forward. Light the bonfire. And a really neat thing you'll notice here is that up in the top I have a lot more health. It's because I'm no longer beef jerky. Or a zombie. Whichever one. I mean, both technically correct. Anyways. See, I can't really reach that from here. What do you do? Well, use them fist punchies, right? Oh, but I don't have a lot of endurance, so we're just gonna have to wait on the fist punchies. There we go. Pick it up, Soul of a Lost Undead, and Torch. Torches are cool. So right now, for some godforsaken reason, they always put both your weapons in the first slot. I don't give a shit, lady. Okay. But we don't really care. We want to keep them one in each hand. I'll try not to be like really vulgar, but it is part of my lingo, and I apologize if you're offended. If you're offended, you can watch any of the other Dark Souls videos there are, because I'm sure there's tons. Okay, I am just apparently just so bad at beginning cleric. I actually don't play cleric. What? You guys saw that, right? I got 200 souls out of the sky. Okay. Alright. Okay, sky souls. We're gonna go this way. Oh, hello, sir. Would you like to hear about our Lord and Savior Hammer to the Face? That, early on, that's my favorite joke. I apologize if it— oh my freaking god. Yeah, be careful, because sometimes your character's just like, I'm a sprint. Is that okay? It's not okay. Okay. I think I figured out what's wrong. I am apparently perma-sprinting. This is weird. Yeah, those little thingies in the corner. Why? Why is it doing that? To answer that question, I'm going in a tunnel. I'm losing you. Sorry. Oh god, no. I can't pause. What is this? Oh, there we go. Okay, 1 second. And I think we're back. Hold on. Aha. Yes, we're back. Turns out that my controller was just like, hey, I want to do this right now. And I'm like, please don't. Kind of like how I just got WTF wrecked right there. There's a reason I'm doing these little, what do you call them, introductory zones? Because if you read these like stones here, it tells you about how to play the game, which is awesome. Because you never would have thought, hey, let's go into the glowy light room and then, you know, read these pillars that are just standing here. It's like, that seems like kind of odd. But yeah, I'm not really paying attention. But yeah, see, life gems, you pick them up like candy. I don't really care, kind of thing. Now, I always go through that first. Okay, you guys are gonna have to forgive me on this one because I also don't know my left from rights all that well. So we're just gonna be like, all the time. So I think it's left. Oh, hello. Yes, you, give us Silky. I'm so bad at that voice. But that is the 2 crows and or ravens that you actually cannot see. Or you can see, I don't know. But this is where that petrified something comes into play. So as you can see, I went into my inventory. and I selected petrified something. And this is the important part. We are going to leave it. We're just going to leave it. We're not going to discard it. Just leave. They're so happy. Oh, yeah, silky smooth. Okay, clicky, click. Okay, see, we got a petrified dragon bone. That's awesome. Okay, shut up. That's awesome because what it ends up doing is we can upgrade boss weapons with this. So if I get like an awesome, super sweet boss weapon, which you guys will see later, I'm going to use my pseudo paladin build that I like to use because it's my favorite thing in the world, including stompy feet, which I will also show you. Don't worry about it. We will get this. We will get it, and we're going to be just super bloody awesome. Now, there's one thing that I'd also like to mention. You will get small, smooth and silky stones, and then you'll also get regular smooth and silky stones, and then you'll get petrified somethings all throughout the game, especially from co-ops. And this is where you can just drop them one at a time. You can only do one at a time. You have to drop one, exit, let them talk, pick up the item, Titanite shard in this case, and they tell you that it's awesome because they're crazy little birds that I love them so much. And then you can do it again. You can't do it in multiples. I almost forgot this guy, as you can see. You can just drop on down there. It's a soul. Using souls gives you souls. It's amazing. But yeah, we're gonna ignore everything else over here because, quite frankly, it's scary and we can't do anything with it. We need a fragrant branch of yore to even get through that area over there where that ghost was. So we're not gonna deal with it. We're just gonna keep going. And this is the fun part here. I am playing online, so we'll see all these people's messages. I don't know how these people die. I don't know how, and it bothers me. So, yeah. Oh, guys, every time you see praise the sun, gotta praise it. Yeah, seriously, how do these people die? Here's another thing. If you're playing online, you can... What are you attacking? And why? Okay. Sorry. Anyways, if you are online, you'll see these blood stains or blood pools. Blood stains show you how one person died. Blood pools show you how multiple people have died. So, when you come down this road here, we're going to take a brief stop over here, and we're just going to collect items around Medulla Oblongata. I have crazy names for things, so you guys are just gonna have to bear. First off, we're gonna cover what's over here, and we're gonna talk a little bit about do's and do nots. First off, do smack this rock. Wait, smack there we go. And you get an Estus Flask shard. That's awesome because it's like your health potions. When you get to about this point, just standing here, you'll hear things like and that's my best Oinker impersonation. But there are some undead boars over there, and they're literally the hardest things I have ever had to fight in this gosh darn game. It's including the blue smelter demon. Those are the hardest things I have ever freaking killed. Because they're just so small and they're fast, and I'm just like, get away from me. And the weapons I choose cannot, like, easily hit them. Second thing we want to do is come over here and talk to this guy. I am just going to go through it. Okay, he came from Volgan. That's the first thing we're gonna see. Okay, whatever, Blue Sentinels. Oh, he doesn't know why he's here. Okay, that's the last thing he wants to say. Well, I do hope I see you again. Shut up. You're a jerk. Then we're gonna go over here. And we're gonna open this. And 10 night shards, yay! I know I got a Titanite shard or twinkling titanite? I don't remember. I know it was like 30 seconds ago, but whatevs. I got a shard earlier, and you use that to upgrade your typical weapon. And those things are important. And we're gonna go in here, and we're gonna walk in here, and it's like, what? Why'd you take us over here, Civ? What's important over here? It's a kitty, and you can talk to it. Here, little kitty. Oh, you're speaking to me. Why? What? No kidding. Craaaaazy. Enchanté. Yeah, no, you're an annoying little cat, but still. We're gonna talk to her a little bit. I think from here on out, since I have the little, you guys can't hear my audio, but I can. Since I have the little subtitles on, I'll just, slowly walk through them and not speed through them like I have previously. Just so you can hear my response to these annoying people. It's so fascinating. Peculiar. I'm pretty cool. Okay. You have lost my interest. We don't really need to talk to her. She doesn't give us anything. And I'm not doing lore this time through. I'm just doing a basic, this is how a noob would get through the game, but with a little extra pointers. So the first thing I would like to talk about on craaaaazy. She just said her name like 5 minutes ago. Come on, Civ, what you doing? But we have the name engraved ring. And as you can see, it says that you can inscribe a name on there. What do you do? Well, when you buy it, and say you have like a friend, or maybe not a friend, but somebody that you like to partner up with, and regardless of whatever happens, maybe your soul levels are too different, which is your leveling, like the way you level, or the amount of souls you have is too different, then you can actually both decide, hey, let's engrave this name with some god, like Gwyn, for example, and then you will be automatically attuned with anyone's messages that are also attuned with Gwyn and are wearing the ring at the same time, if that makes sense. So it's a little bit easier to pair up with someone because you can't really party. It's weird. But that is what that's for. And I'll pick it up later, but I'm not going to be partying with the guy I normally do right now because, quite frankly, he doesn't like going over this stuff, and I take too long to do this, and we'd normally just blast through this in an hour to get to like the good juicy parts. The second part that's important on her is the silver cat ring. And it just reduces your damage from falling, and you'll need this to get through certain other areas. Specifically that well just outside, you're gonna need it to get down there. There are other ways you can cheese it so that you don't need the ring, but you need the ring. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not worth it. Just buy the ring. Don't waste your time looking for the other stuff just now. And the third thing that's important on her is the Ring of Whispers. The Ring of Whispers just lets you hear monsters. That's essentially what it is. It says inner voices, but it lets you talk to monsters. Specifically this one dude, who's conceivably one of my favorite NPCs here. Not gonna lie. Guy's got abs. Like, But he's also a scorpion, so, he's a man scorpion, so I don't think I'll be taking that home to mama anytime soon. She also sells Lloyd's talismans. It just stops people from using their Estus flasks. Luring skulls. I don't use these, but they're so fun. You could just throw them places, and it's like, it was important in another game a long time ago. But anyways, you would throw it and it would just like land somewhere, and there'd be like these little souls and stuff looking around the place where it lands, and it attracts people over there, and sometimes you can trick them into like, say, jumping off a cliff or going into fire or something. But I don't use them. Prism stones, you can trade these with Dinah and Tillo, and you get garbage. But they're pretty. You can drop them, and they're pretty. They light up. The homeward bones. The bones just throw you back to the bonfire you rested at. It says there. Lore-wise, these have some pretty interesting implications, but again, I'm not going to go too deep into lore. I'm only going to really touch up where I think is cool. So, I don't really care about that stuff. My favorite stuff is just the... Oh yeah, you should probably, exit from them. Otherwise, they say something like really snide. Okay, next to her house, we're gonna just... Wait, I don't need to smash that. I can just walk over here. What? Oh, here's a cool thing. Boom. Roll through these things, and it's fun. Now, next to her, this is a path to get to one of the later zones, and by later, I mean the second zone. This game is decently linear. I mean, it's not as linear as most games, but it's decently linear. Up here, we're gonna pick up an item. This is some kind of covenant. I don't really know. I've never used this, but it's some kind of covenant. Covenants are kind of like guilds in some other RPGs. Like they give you bonuses if you do stuff for them, kind of thing. So then we just pretty much took a swing around over here, and we're coming up towards this bonfire, but we'll save that for a little bit. We're gonna talk to everyone here before we start the bonfire stuff. Let's talk to this zombie giant guy. Who am I? It doesn't matter? Okay. Why did you put your tools there? Oh, somebody locked the door. They're kind of jerks. Well, that's all we needed to know from him, so see ya, dude. What is his name? Renegast? I don't freaking remember. Screw that guy. No, don't screw that guy. He's nice. Then we're gonna come up to here for our crestfallen dude. This guy's just freaking depressing is what he is. Not crestfallen, he's just depressed. I don't know why he doesn't just jump off that cliff. He hates his life so much. Anyways, let's talk to him. Yeah, we're undead. I smell like death. Oh, thanks. This is Majula, guys. Welcome. This is a settlement where life is almost normal, right? Right. Try and click. That's the land we're in. Oh, we have to talk some more? Salden. Okay. More like crestfallen warrior. Screw you. Okay. Breaking a curse. That's interesting. Oh, we can't break a curse? Pfft, why am I here then? Yeah, again, I can hear it, but you guys can't, but I can apparently throw my controller against the wall. But anyways, I like to talk back to my characters. It's fun. I'm just trying to get through this. You guys can read it, though. Wait, hold on. Back it up! Undead can't die? No way! Okay, there are 4 giant souls, is what he said, right? 4? But yeah, we have to kill these giant souls. Not necessarily giants. Well, one of them is necessarily a giant, but the soul's big, is what he's saying. Okay, stop. My Christ. God. Jeez. Ah, here we are. Blue Sentinels. The Blue Sentinels will come to your aid. Now this is really important to do early on, especially if you're not like a PvP person or you're not power leveling like straight up. And this is because people are weak, but the Blue Sentinels will watch over us in their benevolence. Now, what does that mean? It means if you have this on, the blue seal. I usually put my seals or any kind of like sealy things in this corner. You'll see that I put things in specific orders, and it's just because that's where I like to keep them across all my characters, so I know what I have to go get later, kind of thing. But blue sentinels, what they do is if you are invaded and you are part of this way of the blue or whatever, you have your little ring on, you're invaded by some D-bag that wants to invade people and kill them. Then if there is a blue sentinel around, they will come to help you and they will get you out of that mess, hopefully, if they're not just bloody awful. So we're gonna learn that, and I don't really care about the rest of your story. When you keep talking to him, you know what? What? Oh, no. These stairs are a little funky. You'll get caught on them. Let's keep talking to him. Just... Okay, Forest of Giants. That's our first area. That's literally where our first giant soul is. So, second place is the Hyde's Tower of Flame, which is over there. That's the Apostles of Blue, which we'll go check out. It's also one of the worst areas I've ever been in. In my honest-to-God opinion, it's worse than the Blue Smelter Demon area. And I'll explain why when we get there. Yeah, the pit, that's our third area. Or second. It really... we'll see. And then he talks about the bonfires, beacons to the undead. We are undead, so that helps. Flame heals us, good. Oh, Firekeeper. Lady. Yes, the lady. Oh, where did they go? Well, I'll give you a hint. We saw a whole bunch of ladies in red. Red means fire, right? That must have something to do with it, right? I don't know. That's just lore. Letters on the ground. I mean like that? Yeah. Okay. This is really important right here, because I think it's important to highlight that we don't exactly know. I mean, like, discreet, if that's supposed to be explicitly to explain why messages exist, or why, like, there's a cyclical nature of these Age of Fire, Age of Darks that we'll get into it a little bit later when we know a little bit more about them. But I'll leave the video in just a little bit. We're gonna finish Majula first, and oh, symbols on the ground. Summon signatures. They call upon spirits from other worlds through the schisms in time. If you fear hollows, find summon signatures to call upon spirits to help you. These are the white signs. Okay, yeah, we're done here. Now he said time is funky, so that's why we see these messages. It's people's emotions that they sat down and they're like, I'm gonna take my chalk and write some words on the floor and hopefully, you know, there's gonna be something important somebody can do with those words. For example, if we read something. I don't want to talk to her yet because that's just a whole nother can of worms. Comfort ahead. This is true. This is true. She's very comforting. She's a little annoying, but visions of chest. She does have boobs, guys. Boobs. Boobs. Rear ahead, therefore weakness arm. I'm inexplicable. Boss ahead, but be wary of tree. Neither of these are correct. Actually, I think this is an innuendo. I don't know. I'm too innocent for that. But yeah. We'll talk about the Emerald Lady in just a second. But I wanted to re-emphasize that time is funky here. There's a series of happenings that go on that Aldia will talk about. He comes in way late. That are the Age of Fire and Age of Dark. If you're like me and you didn't pick up a Souls game until literally Dark Souls 2, 3 months before Skull of the First Sin came out, then you're like, I have no idea, what do you mean? But this is not the case. You probably have already picked up a Souls game, or at least know a little bit about Dark Souls if you are here at this point in time, so you know that there's no true co-op and you have to pick up summon signs to co-op with people, right? You probably know that if you're here. However, if you're not, if you don't, then now you know it. But the white summon signs and the messages are people from other worlds, other variants, other dimensions of this same existence. So I think the time is funky is just an excuse to say that's how you can co-op. Because it doesn't make sense that there's multiple chosen undeads at the exact same time, like the exact same time period. Like 12:04 and 53 seconds, there's 18 million chosen undead. Because in every single one of these prophecies and stuff, it only mentions one dude. But if there's multiple, like, weird, funky time shifts, then it makes sense that 12:04 and 53 seconds, there's one chosen undead on Earth 2683b. Whereas 2683A has a different chosen undead. That makes sense. So that's what I think what he means when time is funky. It just explains these guys. It doesn't necessarily mean that Dark Souls 1 is concurrent with Dark Souls 2. However, it doesn't deny that either, so I'm okay with that. Now, if I get any comments on this video, if anybody watches this video, they're probably going to tell me, oh, you're stupid or whatever, or go to the Reddit page or whatever. No. This is fun for me to just kind of explain this to myself, alright? I mean, you should hear me speak abridged versions of the Dark Souls lore. You're like, this lady's crazy, don't even. But, yeah. All I wanted to say was, my opinions, they do not necessarily reflect those of From Software. They do not necessarily reflect those of most of the community. Those do not necessarily reflect those of the SotFS that you knew 5 minutes ago. It's just what I'm currently thinking. And because this is my fun little intro to Dark Souls series, I thought it would be fun if I shared some of my insights to you guys, so you don't necessarily get caught up in certain conundrums that I did. Because I think of things in a very weird pattern, and I get caught up on little things like that. I'm like, what do you mean time is funky? Does that mean that this person doesn't exist, but I'm actually their future selves? It's like, no. It's just an explanation on why there's patches of weird writing on the ground and why people come to help you. So that's that. Let's talk to her. The next monarch. I'd like to be queen. Oh, I'm not a pawn unless I get to the end, then I can be a queen, but this isn't a chess game, is it? Oh. Something eases my journey. Is it a band-aid? No, it's a flask? Ooh, okay. We're just gonna... I gotta see the king now. He looked at his soul? King Vendrick, okay. Yep, Emerald Herald. I always call her Emerald Lady. Bear, seek, lest. Sorry. She didn't even actually say that. That's what's really funny. But, if you skip through her dialogue, she only gets one word out from every like series of dialogues, so it ends up being seek lest, and that's kind of the running joke. Seek. Oh no. Soul service beacons. Return here. Yeah, blah blah. Okay, she said soul service beacons. That is both figurative and literal, because I think that's awesome. I'll show you later. Well, not necessarily literal, but more literal than figuratively. Is that a shard you found? She'll always say that when you have an Estus Flash shard. And when you have an Estus Flash shard and she says that, just hit upgrade Estus Flask. And you'll pray for a second, and you're just like, oh. There you go, got a new Estus Flask. Now, at this point in time, it is highly recommended you move this over here, and for the heck of it, do I have any fun things? Nah, just these guys. And that's because Estus Flasks you can renew at a bonfire. Bonfire's over there. These guys are a hot. That's pretty much it. You smash them and you get a hot from them. This returns you to the last bonfire, and it's really nice to have them on your item bar. Let's talk to them. Bear, seek. Les, there you go. Haha. I knew I'd find it. Oh, shoot. Be very careful when backpedaling. Now we're gonna like this puppy. Whoom. Alrighty. So, this is Medulla. Medulla oblongata. I'll make a couple of quick notes at the end of my videos in the beginning. Oh, nice. I like that. Okay. Beginning and end. If I don't get distracted by ghosts. But for right now, I'll try to do one area at a time, or less. So I might do the beginning half of the forest, fallen giants, and then split it. So what I'm gonna end with is a couple little things, such as the ghosts that you see usually around bonfires, especially this one. This one's kind of creepy. Those white ghosts are just echoes of other people, other players, and they'll come up every now and then. You'll see them later where they can actually interfere with your gameplay, and I think that's really cool, but we'll approach that when we get there. I like to talk about lore as it comes to me. I don't have like notes in front of me or anything like that, so if you have any questions, you can go ahead and leave a comment. If you don't have any questions, you don't have to leave a comment. If you think I missed something that noobs should know by this time, then you can highlight that. I might edit it later if that's the case, if I agree with you. If I got along fine without it, then I'm probably not going to add it in. But we're just going through it at a fun little soft pace. And I think that's all I wanna end with. So yeah. Oh, we have to do this. So alright guys, I will see you another time.